Hey, y'all. Thanks for joining me. This is Andre, and yup, I said it. I want to talk a little bit about Kevin McCarthy today on Face the Nation. But before we do, please take a moment, like and subscribe to my channel so you can enjoy more great content from your boy. I'm going to give you a minute. Take a couple of seconds, probably shouldn't take you that long. Did you get it? Good. Thank you. I appreciate your like and subscribe to my channel. But here we go. So Matt Gaetz wants to oust Kevin McCarthy for good reason. There's a fine line between making Democrat deals and just totally caving to him. All right. So a lot of money's being thrown around, unfathomable amounts of cash that the average person just can't comprehend. All right. So all these deals being done, we need to read in between the lines. And that's exactly, I believe, what Matt Gaetz is doing. All right. So I believe most American people, if they were paying attention, they would agree with Matt Gaetz. All right, that not enough is being done to secure our borders. There's too much spending going on, absolutely too much spending. Yeah, but I'm gonna let you go take a look at it.
Now, the deadline for getting spending bills passed is November 17th. Joining us this morning, the Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy. Good morning. You've had a heck of a week.
Yeah.
There is a lot to get to with you. I want to start, though, on the news this morning from Congressman Matt Gaetz, who says he's going to seek a motion to vacate. He's going to try to oust you as Speaker of the House.
Well, that's nothing new. He's tried to do that from the moment I ran for office. Look.
I wonder why.
Well, this time he says he's going to keep going. May not get there before the 15th ballot, but it took 15 for Kevin McCarthy. He says he's coming for you. Can you survive?
Yes, I'll survive. This is personal with Matt. Matt voted against the most conservative ability to protect our border, secure our border. He's more interested in securing TV interviews than doing.
I wonder what was in that bill. I wonder what Matt Gaetz saw that made him think that way, to vote against it. I'm thinking that it had something to do with the spending that was going on. Something just ain't right, okay?
Doing something. He wanted to push us into a shutdown, even threatening his own district with all the military people there who would not be paid, only because he wants to take this motion. So be it. Bring it on. Let's get over with it, and let's start governing. If he's upset because he tried to push us in a shutdown, and I made sure government didn't shut down, then let's have that fight.
You need 218 votes to vacate. Has Hakeem Jeffries, the Democratic leader, said that he will?
No. He hasn't said
what?
He hasn't said anything about what he's going to do. Look,
Democrats could cross over and follow Gaetz's lead on this.
Yeah, look, Gaetz is trying to work with Democrats. He's reached out to Swalwell, to AOC, and others. But if that's the way we're going to govern, I don't think America is going to be successful. Look, at the end.
Who doesn't want the government to be shut down? Democrats. Okay? This has been going on for a very long time, guys. I want you to look at the bills. I want you to understand why they're being held up. Okay? Because they can't keep just blaming the other side. There's things in there that just aren't appropriate. Like they'll attach border security with funding to Ukraine. Like, why is that in one bill? Am I crazy for thinking that? But why is that in one bill? Everybody should agree that we need more spending on securing the border. Why is that so hard? Why? Because Democrats want illegals to come in. Okay? That's the theme here. All right, so you got to negotiate with the unnegotiators. It just doesn't make any sense. So I applaud Chip Roy, Matt Gaetz, Byron Donalds. I applaud them.
At the end of the day, think of everything we've been able to accomplish so far. Parents' Bill of Rights. We passed the most conservative bill to protect our border, make America energy independent. We've been able to cut.
Okay, so they passed the most conservative bill to protect the border. How is the border being protected right now? Mr. McCarthy, I want to ask you that. How is it being protected right now? New York's overwhelmed because they sent a small amount, a fraction of the illegals coming in. How is the border being protected right now? Oh, that's because it's not. just recently got a video. I made a video with Elon Musk going down to the border, showing you all these young men coming into our country, bro. Who let them in? Uncle Biden. What are they going to be doing? We don't know, right? We don't know what they're going to be doing. We don't know who they are. The fentanyl's coming in, killing children, and you got to negotiate. Man, come on. This is nonsense. So I understand the frustration is what I'm saying of Matt Gaetz, Chip Roy, Byron Donalds, Jim Jordan. I understand the frustration because I'm an American citizen. I was born here, raised here. I get it. This is hitting everybody hard. When you turn on the news, you got fentanyl literally killing babies. And yet somehow we passed the most conservative bill to protect the borders. Okay, when does it take effect? What's in the bill?
$2 trillion in the debt ceiling, get work requirements back in. The hard part we have right now is the Senate has not passed one appropriation bill. Each body's supposed to pass 12. We've passed more than 70% of the discretionary spending already.
But
I thought it was appropriate.
Chance of surviving in the Senate and making it into law.
Well, you said that same thing when we stopped the DC from decriminalizing everything. You said the same thing when we said we're going to stop the pandemic.
I don't think I ever talked about those things.
Well, no, you and the
maybe
the press would think, why pass it? Because the Senate won't take it up and won't sign it. Most of in the press probably thought we would have shut down yesterday too, but no, we did not.
Were you confident we wouldn't shut down?
I was confident I could get something on the floor to make sure the option that we would not.
But
that
you
our
weren't sure
military,
it was going to pass.
Well, I wasn't sure it was going to pass. You want to know why? Because the Democrats tried to do everything they can not to let it pass. They did
Democrats were the ones who voted for this in a larger number than Republicans to keep the continuing resolution alive.
Did you watch the floor yesterday?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
90 Republicans voted against it.
Okay, so let's walk through what actually happened. First,
yeah, controlling the narrative. So let's walk through what actually happened. I'm not going to say that Kevin McCarthy is completely ballless, okay? He does have some balls sometimes, but most of the time it's just like, man, we would never agree to this stuff, man. Okay, and they just kind of let things slide under the radar, and people don't understand what's going on.
First of all, the Democrats stood up and did dilatory actions, asked to adjourn. So was that supporting to adjourn? Then they used the magic minute. They went as far as pulling the fire alarm, not to try to get the bill to come up. Look, Democrats stick together, but they did.
Yeah, Jamal Bowman pulled the fire alarm, okay? He should be arrested, by the way. He should be arrested for insurrection. These people are wild, man. Like, you can't sit here and say, hey, look, we're going to negotiate something with people who see things totally different. How do you negotiate with these people, man? You got to go hard or go home, period. I want to negotiate. That's my opinion, so.
Did not want the bill. They did not. They were willing to let government shut down for our military not to be paid. No, I wasn't. We're going to make sure we keep it open while we finish the job we're supposed to do.
You got 45 days.
That's right.
So,
well, technically 47, but.
Okay. Senator Cornyn said of you last night, you pulled a rabbit out of the hat a couple of times. I mean, he's acknowledging this was tough. Are we going to be staring down another shutdown?
Well, it all comes to the Senate. The Senate hasn't done one thing.
But in the House, are we going to be facing another shutdown November 17th?
No, because the House is doing their work. We've already done more than 70% of it. So compare this to the Senate. The Senate hasn't passed one bill. The Senate didn't pass anything about the shutdown. The Senate hasn't passed anything about securing the border. The Senate hasn't passed anything about $100 a barrel.
The House hasn't passed anything about the border that could actually become law.
Yes, we have. No.
Not that could become law.
That's your opinion. The House is its own body. The Senate is its own body. We're not going to surrender to the Senate. We pass with
complete theater, bro. Acting, complete theater, okay? We want to see some change happen. Nobody's heard a good word yet about the border crisis. No, nobody. Anybody else hear anything good happening with the border crisis? I can't see it. I can't see it. What's going on, Mr. McCarthy? What's happening?
the what the American people want. I will tell you each and every day, and don't take my word for it, you're going to have the governor of New York on it who told people to go somewhere else. The New York City mayor literally says it's destroying a city. No, let me answer your question since you said we wouldn't do something. Do you know the governor of Massachusetts has declared a state of emergency? This is one of the #1 crises as far from the border as you can see. This is killing Americans every single day.
Bro, the border crisis is an emergency in the United States, not just Massachusetts, not just New York, not just Chicago or California. It's all over, okay? It's all over. We want to see the wall being put up. That's what American people want to see. That's something that we can actually see, okay? That actually works when you continue to build the wall. Are they putting funding towards that? No, but Ukraine, on the other hand, they've got all the weapons and security. They're paying these people so much money. It's outrageous. Not only is Ukraine getting money from the United States, they're getting money from a lot of different countries, bro, to lose a war against Russia, okay? Come on, man.
The continuing resolution that passed last night, but let me ask you about
but that's not fair to just say that. Let's understand.
Well, there wasn't.
Okay, well, let's educate the viewers why there wasn't. Because the day before, there was. But Matt Gaetz and others denied that and voted no. So we could have had border security. Okay. I went all the way through.
He said we could have had border security. Why couldn't we have border security, Mr. McCarthy? Why? I want to just ask you, why couldn't we have border security? Oh, must be linked to something else in the bill that nobody wants. That's going to cause more inflation, which means the cost of everything going to keep going up. Yeah, that's why. Period. That's why, man. Because it's not just border security, people. Okay, they don't tie just one thing into the bills. There's multiple things in the bill, and both parties are trying to get things in the bill that they want. Democrats want this, Republicans want that, and they put them all in one bill and say, oh, why can't we get a vote on it? And because it's stupid. Let's agree on one bill. Let's agree on the border. How about that? That sounds like a plan, right? Oh, no.
Do everything we could to the last moment. And you know what? We're going to be able to win that.
When will you be able to bring a vote on Ukraine aid? The White House says that you are going to do this quickly.
Look, the priority for me.
That's what I'm saying. They're so much more concerned about the Ukraine. They can't get it out of their heads that our borders completely ran over by criminals, but somehow we need to take care of the Ukraine first. Like, this shows you right here what the Democrats, they want the money, bro. They want those bills to pass so they can get paid. We're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars. You think they're not getting paid from that? The military industrial complex is out of control, okay? It's out of control. Where's the money really going? We want to see some receipts. I want to see the receipts on where the money's actually going. Be completely transparent with American people. That's what we really want to see, okay? That's what we want to see. You think we're not concerned about the money we can't see? No, we can feel it in our pockets, all right? That's what we can feel. We can feel it in our pockets. So miss me, bro, with all the bull crap.
Is America and our borders. Now, I support being able to make sure Ukraine has the weapons that they need, but I firmly support the border first.
See, that's what we get mixed. That's where you lost me, Mr. McCarthy. What do they need? What do they keep needing weapons for? Huh? How about we take some of that money, take some of the illegal guns off the streets here in the United States, places like Chicago, huh? How about we fund the police? How about we fund the police departments in every state? How about we do that? Because we got a problem here. All right, how about we put more legal guns on the streets here? How about we make it easier for law-abiding citizens to carry firearms here in the United States? How about that type of stuff? How about that's where our money should be actually going? All right, not funding some other country, somewhere else that we can't even see. This is criminal activity, bro. That's what it is. It's criminal activity.
So we've got to find a way that we can do this together.
What do you mean the border first? Because the White House briefed Congress that 45 days, they don't have enough money.
They have more than
to get through
three.
it.
They have more.
You hear it? Do you hear it? They don't have enough money. That's what the Democrats are always going to say, that we don't have enough money. We don't have enough money. We don't have enough money. How much is enough money until all these people are happy? It's never going to be enough. The taxpayer can't see the money that's being spent. It's being taken out of their paychecks. They can't complain about $10, $20 more extra coming out of their paychecks, right? They can't really see it on a large scale. Bro, it's absolutely crazy. Yeah, if this doesn't get you fired up, I'm sorry, you're not paying close enough attention. They never have enough money. Money's always a theme. There's different ways to do this. Donald Trump showed us there's different ways to do this. We don't have to keep printing money and giving taxpayer dollars away to fund the Democrat agenda. Hello? We don't have to do it. That's why we need a businessman leader. That's why we need someone who knows and understands business. Okay?
More than $3 billion right now to be able to help them get through it. If they have some challenge, we can sit down and we can talk about that. But the American border.
This is exactly what Matt Gaetz is talking about. This right here. This type of cavery. Okay? This is a caveman. Okay? He's a caveman. He's a caveman. All right?
Matters, and more Americans are dying on our border than Americans are dying in Ukraine.
So you are explicitly right now linking any Ukraine aid vote to a border bill. It won't be a standalone Ukraine
I am telling you that the American border matters, and that is our priority to make sure we secure that.
So that has to move first.
I'm going to make sure that the weapons are provided for.
Why is that even a question for her? So that has to move first. You hear? Is she crazy? These Democrats, you can't convince them that the border's that bad, bro. It's never bad enough for them. It's never enough money. You can't keep throwing rocks at the moon. You're never going to hit it.
For Ukraine, but they're not going to get some big package if the border is not secure.
But you haven't figured out yet the vehicle through which to move that Ukraine aid or a date by which to do it.
We will work with people in need, but the one thing the White House has to understand, they better be prepared to secure American border.
What does that mean specifically? What are you looking for there?
Well, the bill you think that won't go anywhere could easily do it, H.R. 2. Remain in Mexico, finish the wall. You've got to change asylum to be able to secure this border.
That is the bill, the border bill that you want passed. And
yes.
You are now.
Oh, is that just the bill that he wants passed? No, it's the bill that the American people all should want passed. Okay? It shouldn't be a question here. Like, this is where they actually trick you. It shouldn't be a question about, this is the bill that we want. No, everybody should, it's bipartisan. Everybody should want that bill, bro. It's a good bill, okay? Period. No, the Democrats don't want that. Why? Let me take a wild guess. You know.
Sounds like attaching it to Ukraine.
Not that I want it passed. It is passed, and the Senate has done nothing. So let's see where the Senate.
You just said you wanted border first. So you're not talking about holding a new vote in the House on the border. I'm trying to clarify what you're talking about here.
Okay, not to be, but how it works is the House passes a bill, the Senate passes a bill, and you go to conference. The House has already done their job.
Yeah.
Yes, the Senate has not, okay? They don't want it. Hello? It doesn't. It involves spending more money to do something right for the American people, not giving them money to do whatever they like a reckless teenager.
And we've done this in approach. The Senate has done nothing. So what I am saying is, when you saw government funding, there is a need for Ukraine. Mm-hmm. I support being able to provide the weapons to Ukraine, but America comes first.
Okay, so you're not sequencing the bills, or weren't meaning to suggest that in your comments earlier, right?
Yes.
Okay, want to make sure I understood that. How much harder did your job get when Donald Trump came out and said that Republicans should shut down if they don't get everything they need? And are you going to endorse him explicitly?
Look, I think President Trump's going to be our nominee, and President Trump's going to win, because President Trump's policies made America stronger. We didn't have inflation.
Bingo. Hello. That's what we're trying to get everybody to understand here. His policies are awesome. Okay? You just don't even look at the Trump. They should replace the Trump right here with great policies. Okay? That's who we're voting for. We're not voting for Donald Trump. We're voting for Donald Trump's policies. Okay? That's what we're voting for. All right, that's what everybody should understand here. It's not about the man, not about the orange man. It's about the orange man's policies, okay? So these Democrats can't get in their thick skulls.
We had a secured border.
Are you endorsing him now?
We didn't have $100 barrel oil. So what I totally find is the president is going to be our nominee. The president is going to win re-election, President Trump, for the basis that we want to make America stronger. And the other thing, too, is look what's happening in foreign policy today. You've got 5 American embassies that had to be evacuated. You've got this new axis of power growing against. You've got a challenge when our own allies are now turning towards China. Mm-hmm. It's a lack of leadership, not just in foreign policy, within our border and everywhere else. This president has been in elected office for 50 years. Do you know he has spent more dinners with Hunter Biden's business associates than he has visiting the border? Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't you think that's important then?
Facts. Don't you think that's important? Let's hear her answer.
One time in 50 years. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you know how many people will die today from fentanyl coming across our border?
It's a scourge.
It's the equivalent of an airliner crashing every single day in America, and they refuse to even visit it or do something about it. So we are going to make sure this border...
Did y'all hear that? They refuse to visit the border. She says, bro, wake up and smell the coffee. Okay? They don't want to secure the border. It's not at the top of their list. This is an ongoing problem because it's just a Republican talking point. Yeah, okay. Until they come to a neighborhood near you and you're saying, this is crazy. Oh my goodness, we got to do something about it at Martha's Vineyard. Oh man, they're in Chicago. What are we going to do? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Until it's right in your backyard. That's why, because these politicians are elite, okay? They're not in their backyard. That's what keep on sending them out, Greg Abbott. Keep on sending them to these places in the liberal cities. Keep on sending them there until they feel it. That's when they'll cave. You got to keep giving them what they're asking for.
Become secure.
We will watch for what that means legislatively, Speaker.
So I support resolutions that actually do something about what the problem is. The problem is clearly at our border. The problem is clearly too much spending, and anything involving closing the border, building a wall, keeping our families safe, and people from kicking our door in, keeping the fentanyls out of our country. I'm with that. Okay, so we already know who's not with that. You got the House. Keep on crushing it, and don't let the Democrats get any more money for anything. That's the bottom line. We don't need to give any more money out. Taxpayers are paying for this, and we can't vote on that. We don't get a chance to vote for that right now, the American people. But we have to trust Congress. We have to trust the House to do the right thing. And that's a bad position to be in when you got to fight for things that are right and that everybody should agree on. So look, guys, like and subscribe. I get a little worked up sometime, but I think it's a healthy workup. And, overall, I'm optimistic about, things getting into a better situation. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe. Until the next time, I love you all.